I said good day, sir!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear Dota people, thank you all very much for tuning in. My name's Epi. Had to start the recording because I forgot, because I do such things. But now we're actually in the game. Thanks for your patience, guys. We are a little bit behind schedule. What am I saying a little bit? It's actually 41 minutes. We have a little bit of technical problems in the process. Toby1 Kenobi has some issues with his Steam network, and I hope he will actually get that fixed. So at the moment, we're simply doing the picks and bans, and afterwards we hope that we can remake with the one and only in there as well. So good luck, man. Hope you get it fixed. Pick and ban phase. It will be Na'Vi going up against Fnatic, the Horn Boys that transition over to Dota 2, FnaticRaidCall. Consisting of Fly, No-Tail, Trixie. Oh man, someone called that on the Join Dota forum actually. So I don't know if that was a no-brainer or I'm just not all too informed about that entire scene. But Trixie standing in now for Nova, who has recently left the team, unfortunately. Best of luck to him in the future. Era as well as Hani on the dire side going up against Na'Vi, or three-fifths of Na'Vi, and Puppy, Dandy as well as Light of Heaven being supported by two stand-ins. Their names being The Blonde as well as Nier. They have their chance to show themselves in the professional scene in a big prestigious tournament of the defense. Again, sponsored by BenQ as well as Razer. And the ban pick phase looking relatively standard. Broodmother gets banned out as well as Brewmaster, Enchantress, Chen as well as Lycan. One last ban from Fly before Puppy will get his hands up to a strong hero. I call Prophet. Nature's Prophet is what I'm calling. But there also is there's a Prophet. There's also a Leshrac. There's also a Chaos Knight. There's also an Invoker. And there's also a Lone Druid still left in the pool, and probably some other really strong heroes that I'm missing, because that's like the obligatory miss that you have to have. I guess Windrunner is still a strong hero, and Enigma, of course, he's gotten picked up a lot. I might expect a Leshrac now as well, or Queen of Pain, something like that, because I think Era likes to play these types of heroes, but it will actually be a Leshrac. So this is an identical draft progression of the first three picks as it happened last game between Mousesports as well as Dara. No, what am I talking about, man? Leshrac wasn't picked up, he was banned out. So, actually, yeah, no. Just no. And Puppy picks himself up that Lone Druid. What else does he have? Maybe a Windrunner would be nice for that long lane solo. They have some options regarding that Nature's Prophet. Some teams like to put him into the solo mid role because he will get some quick levels. And with those quick levels, he will be able to gank those lanes with his teleport. And of course also a very adept jungler, usually grabbing up that Hand of Midas and then wrecking havoc, investing in his future by grabbing up that item. And wow, Venomancer was the second pick, actually the third pick for Na'Vi, but he was only able to pick two heroes, so the second pick was Venomancer. So Venomancer, Nature's Prophet as well as Lone Druid are the first three heroes that the team of Na'Vi will be consisting of in this matchup, and Enigma, Leshrac as well as Tinker will be picked up by Fly. Tinker has been a hero that's been utilized to a great effect by MTW as of late, actually skilling just rockets as well as March of the Machines. March of the Machines has basically proven itself to be a very powerful skill, man. Just anti-pushing like crazy, just rearm that shit and go again, March of the Machines. Leshrac, powerful pusher, the Diabolic Edict, one of the craziest spells for pushing towers as well as damaging heroes if they are the only ones in your vicinity, and Enigma can be used to jungle effectively as well as shutting down a lane. Sing Sing solo middling that Enigma last game against Dara against God's Invoker, beating him completely. He won that mid lane, even though Mouse was lost that game. He won that mid lane very convincingly. He had half the denies of his last hits, which is really good. And got some good black holes off as well, so that's some really strong team fight, good AoE damage, as well as some good overall magical damage coming out of Fnatic RC of their last few picks. And now we're in the second ban phase, and now Puppy also realizing that Chaos Knight with that Phantasm will be able to output a crazy amount of damage, physical damage, and that is what Fnatic is lacking at the moment. So they're taking away a very strong hero that would have rounded up, or would have made a great addition to the current lineup of Fnatic RC. The second ban phase now is over, guys. Invoker, Beastmaster, Sand King as well as Chaos Knight will not be playing, and Puppy now picks up that very powerful Windrunner, and apparently it will be Light of Heaven on that long lane with that Windrunner. But again, Dandy also plays a sick Windrunner. It's like two kind of different play styles with Light of Heaven as well as Dandy. but both of them are, of course, some of the best players out there at the moment. So we'll see how Fnatic's going to respond to this. They, of course, lost Nova recently. He left the team. So we'll see if they will completely disband or just get a new addition to it. I don't want to comment on that just yet because I don't know what's happening there. But I do wish them boys the best of luck because from what I've heard, they've been very, very successful in the Han scene. And yeah, although I don't follow Han, that's at least what I heard, and I wish them guys the best of luck. They do have the best sparring partners in Na'Vi here at the moment, even though they are using 2 stand-ins. So second pick phase now, Fnatic taking their sweet, sweet time, over almost 20 seconds into their bonus time now for that 4th pick, realizing perhaps how important this is going to be because they are facing a strong lineup. Nature's Prophet works very well in conjunction with tower diving heroes such as Night Stalker. We saw that in the last game with Dara. Artstyle played that Night Stalker and he can tower dive very effectively. He has high base HP, he has high base armor, and he can just dive that tower and take the aggro. And what happens then? Nature's Prophet, if he has some eyes in his head or he's like a good player, and of course they will have an adept player that will TP in right underneath that tower and spawn some Traians. As soon as you have Traians there as well, you can just A-click them, take the tower aggro off yourself, sprout, and just do your thing, man, do your thing. And Na'Vi, of course, known for their aggressive tower diving from back, well, that actually, the whole style began back in Dota 1 when Artstyle was still captain of that team, and he kind of threw over that then-known metagame of having one strong carry. That was like basically dictated by the Chinese scene, that you have like one really strong carry and you go to like 60 minutes, get a full inventory, and then win a team fight and then win the game. Artstyle is just like, no man, push them towers, get a goal advantage, mech pipe, and push high ground. 20 minutes, GG. And that changed the way the game is played, and this is also the way more favorable team or game dynamic in this Dota 2 game developed by Valve. So Valve, thank you guys for providing us with this amazing game. It's just awesome. So last pick now from Na'Vi, and Puppy knows this is going to be the last thing that he's going to be picking. So he will take his sweet time. Maybe he also already has a hero that's in his mind that's working well for him. Off the top of my head, maybe some team fight because Venomancer has a strong AoE ultimate, damage over time. But then again, we still have heroes such as Tidehunter in the pool. What else do we have, guys? Well, Darkseer is out, as we can see here. What else of a team fight here? Enigma's on the enemy side. Sand King is also banned out, so I don't know what they're going to be going for right now. They have a long lane solo, maybe a mid solo hero if they want to throw that Nature's Prophet into the jungle. That might be it. And they go for Tidehunter. They go for the additional team fight. They go for a tanky hero with that Kraken Shell, with that Anchor Smash. He is able actually to farm relatively quickly if he's left alone on a lane, and I don't know if they will give Tidehunter that support role or that more farmy role that Dendi likes to do sometimes. But I think Dendi will be playing Windrunner, Light of Heaven will be playing Lone Druid, and some of the stand-ins, or maybe actually Puppy will be playing Tidehunter, and he will be taking more of a support role. That's what my prediction is at the moment. And last pick now from FnaticRC, Fly, man, you gotta make up your mind because Puppy looks ready. Look at this lineup. It's gonna be Nature's Prophet, Lone Druid, Venomancer, Windrunner, as well as Tidehunter coming at ya. The laning, to be honest, not too sure how they will do this. More interested in what Fly is gonna pick up. I think they need some physical DPS, that is for sure. They have all the carries in the world still left in there. So we have still Rikimaru, we have Anti-Mage. Morphling also has been used to great effect as of late. Of course, Korok from is it Quantic? Is it? Yeah, it is Quantic by now. Yeah, Quantic Korok, of course, has a very, very renowned Morphling, and he puts out a great amount of damage as well. He does have a very strong nuke as well. So if you look at the FnaticRC lineup up to now, it is all magical damage, and with that Queen of Pain, it's even more magical damage. I don't know, guys, if I agree with this, because whoever plays that Tidehunter is just gonna be like, okay, guys, me pipe, or Lone Druid can go for the pipe, or Venomancer can go for the pipe, or Windrunner. They can all pick up a pipe. So pipe will be something that Radiant side is going to be looking forward to, and none of the heroes have a great amount of physical DPS output. Queen of Pain has the ability to go into DPS, and I think they will have to do this. If they don't know right now, then they will have to realize it throughout the game. But they are going for something very mobile. Of course, Tinker, once he grabs those BOTs, he will be able to jump around the map like crazy and apply pressure on all sides. But he does need a little bit of space to start out with. If they are sitting on your high ground, pressuring your racks or your tier 3, then he will have to be there and spam out those marches to stop the push. And from what I'm gathering right now, just optically, Navi's lineup from the Radiant will be able to push to a great effect. Let's see if we will have ourselves a remake right now, because again, Toby is having some trouble. Let's hope that this is going to work out. Basically, I do have to switch you guys over to my title really quickly to see how this is going to work. Just checking my... Okay. Man. Okay, sorry guys, let me put you guys back into the game here. I just had to find out whether or not we're going to have ourselves a remake or not, but we are apparently not having ourselves a remake, so I'm very, very sorry. So, with just some technical issues, I will commentate here as soon as I can. So, No-Tail is going to be playing Shadow Demon on the Dire side. Who's going to be playing Queen of Pain? It's going to be Era, so as expected. Boss Wigga Trixie as a stand-in playing that Leshrac. He might also just be auditioning right now, because if it works fine with him, they might be like, hey man, let's play. Fly, playing Enigma. Might just be denying a creep in the middle lane. Hani will be playing Tinker on the top lane. On the Na'Vi side, it will be a stand-in, Blonde playing Lone Druid, so it won't be Light of Heaven on this hero. Nier on Venomancer. Light of Heaven actually on Tidehunter, interesting. And Dandy on Windrunner. Here we go. Solo mid Windrunner played by Dandy. And Puppy actually on Nature's Prophet. And he will be jungling by the looks of it, judging by the clarities as well as the fact that he's still sitting in base at the start of the mark. So he will wait for a few more seconds and then do this here. What is that? He will basically spawn them trains and then go himself into the jungle. The warding is something that... This ward, man, has been something that I've been wondering about, because I don't know why teams don't put it right here. Durka and I have been discussing this, because this here gives you some vision of the high ground. I guess teams think that this area right here is not so important if you're on the Dire side. Disruption already used in the middle lane. Now they're not wasting any time. Dandy has to use his Windrun immediately. Will they be able to do enough damage to him though? Well, they do get him down to half HP, if No-Tail even going into tower range, eating 2 hits, and Dandy will have to use a salve immediately. So very aggressive middle lane consisting of Leshrac as well as Shadow Demon. Now Era exchanging hits with Nier on that Venomancer, and he's standing his ground. Just very, very nice. Level 1 Gale, such a strong slow. Gets him down to 170 HP. He will have to wait until the Gale wears off. Now he might use a salve action to heal back up. And Nier is still just lingering around. On the top lane, Light of Heaven. Man, Light of Heaven, such a strong long lane solo guy. He uses heroes such as Tidehunter to go up against the Tinker. What a guy. What a suicide laner. Again, Leshrac down to 200 HP. Eats the tree of the enemy side. Dandy might not like this, that he's eating his trees. Again, level 1. Using that, had to use his Windrun right off the bat. They're setting the pace of this middle lane. So, some very aggressive laning. Disruption, of course, one of the most versatile skills in the game. Can be used defensively, can be used offensively. And they use it offensively to set off that otherwise hard to land Leshrac stun. Light of Heaven on the top lane, going for Anchor Smash as well as 1 level in Kraken Shell. Anchor Smash, a very good tool when it comes to last hitting. He's sitting on 4 lasts at the moment on the bottom lane. Of course, Venomancer is doing his best to keep Queen of Pain at bay. And the Blonde will try to make the most of the time that he's given in the space. Puppy already picked up some sentry wards. He's going to get to work on dewarding right now. Let's check out what position he chooses. He knows exactly where he has to look. Even using his trains to give some vision as well. Now No-Tail's also there. Nothing he can do about it though. So, some degen, dewarding happening. I said degen because Shadow Demon picked up a regeneration rune. He's got to smoke a bunch of consumables as well as just 1 Iron branch. So he's going full support here. In the meantime, Na'Vi, Light of Heaven, picked up 2 more last hits. Hani is sitting on 11. Already picked up a Soul Rings, and he's going for March of the Machines and Laser, switching things up here. Maybe the Laser just to keep him at bay when it comes to last hitting, but Tidehunter, man, he's just going to use that Anchor Smash instead. Usually you see the Rockets skilled as well as the March of the Machines. And March of the Machines is going to make it really, really hard for Light of Heaven to stand there. And it's also going to make it... It's going to push the lane, that's for sure. But it's also going to help him get some more lasts. I don't even know why he used that March of the Machines right now. Maybe he just wants to pressure the tower. But as you can see, not all that effective. Fly. 10 lasts on him in the jungle. Middle lane, Dandy. 7 for 4 right now. He always has to be careful. Always has to be careful of this range right here. Disruption will set up a stun for sure. Soul Catch will amplify the damage by 20% on level 1. Power Shot flies through. And that is what Dandy has to worry about. He's sitting on 625 HP. Level 1 Windrun. Ping goes out from Era. He's a poor guy, man. 2 for 1. Nier doing a very nice support job on the bottom lane. The 2 stand-ins making their home on the bottom lane. 16 last hits now on Lone Druid. So he's alright, a little bit above 5 per minute, so that's good. Boots now picked up by Light of Heaven as well. A very good item if you go on the long lane. You will see many Lich heroes that will be put on that suicide lane. For the sole purpose, oh man, that has to wait. Disruption is out, Soul Catcher is out as well. Here comes the stun, Windrun uses as well. Edict also flies out, flies also a little bit too late, but Dandy might go down very well. Yes, first blood goes to Shadow Demon from Fnatic, and they secure themselves the first kill in this game against the champions of last year's International in Cologne, Germany, neighboring city of city that I live in. Nice work by them guys. Enigma wasn't there in time, but he wasn't needed. Hani again, that Soul Ring. He is looking toward those BOTs right now. He wants to finish them up quickly. 22 last hits for him at the moment, and we'll see how it goes. Nova again left his team. He did put out a statement. Bottom lane, bottom rune. Nier actually was just trapped by his illusions. Now eating a bunch of lasses. One more is going to do the drop, but he heals out with one self. So this one's not going to get the kill. Let's see if there's a boss stun right here. There it is. Boss Wigger Trixie, man. Gets the kill on Venomancer. Nice job there. Blindly stunning. Just showing that he's an experienced player right there. And Era still being kept at bay on the bottom lane. 4 for 1 last hits. The Blonde, make the most of this boy. 25. So he's doing very well with this bear right there. Fly again. 19 for 10. For 1, sorry. Be interested to see if he's going to go for something to tank up, because we've seen some interesting variations of the Enigma build as of late. Usually, back in the day, which is like a few months ago, you would see them rushing a Blink Dagger. Now you usually see them tanking up first, either by going Power Treads, mech, or just boots and then straight mech. Of course, with that very, very important Soul Ring. So we'll see how this here goes. Let's quickly do a gold graph check here. The Dire is currently leading the scoreboard in terms of gold, but here comes No-Tail. Man, disruption on Puppey. 2 Na'Vi heroes. Light of Heaven can't do anything about this though. Nuke fire on Puppey as well, and the laser gets the last hit. Down goes Puppey on that Nature's Prophet. Light of Heaven, not... Oh, he is actually level 6, but he didn't have any mana. That's why he wasn't able to do anything. I just saw his low mana, also assumed that he wasn't level 6 just yet, but... Man, will FnaticRC actually transition this into a push? Is there a Ring of Basilius up on anyone? No, so no bonus armor for the creeps, but it's still a pretty big creep wave. Disruption out of Light of Heaven as well. Is there going to be any follow-up from FnaticRC? He's blocked in again from his illusions! Has to eat a tree to get out! And he actually manages to get out. Now the tier 1 tower is going to be able to be attacked a bunch. A siege creep is also here, but the next wave is actually quite a ways away. Bottom lane, Era eats a Gale on the max range. Nice nuke here from Venomancer, but he does have that blink. And that is why Queen of Pain is a good long lane solo hero. Because of that blink. Boss Wigger, skilling Split Earth as well as Diabolic Edict. Boiled himself up a regen rune. And now Puppey as well as Dendy. In the middle lane here. Just doing some dewarding. I like that, because usually you will see wards here or there, giving vision of the enemy high ground. Because that high ground vision, especially in professional games, is so crucial. I know many of you guys playing pubs also hate that. When you leave your high ground, you will lose vision of the enemy's high ground. If your opponent, middle lane hero, has some good positioning or is aware of his positioning, he will abuse that fact, and you can't go aggressive against him. Now Dendy has to back off to his tower. He always has to be wary of this by now roaming No-Tail Shadow Demon. Top lane, Light of Heaven hasn't died just yet, just showing what a great long lane solo player he is. Usually the one that plays heroes such as Broodmother. Man, I love his Broodmother. And generally always that long lane solo player for Na'Vi. Just a very experienced player, even with that Beastmaster, stacking the ancient camps right here with the axes, and making sure he has the mana to kill them. Via spamming Soul Ring now, again, or still up on Enigma rather. Hani. Oh man, 350 gold, he will have his BOTs. That will be one quick BOTs, 44 last hits in 7 minutes. He's doing very, very well at the moment. Puppey still farming up. He doesn't have that much, 700 gold. Is he going to go for a Midas? I'm not too sure. Judging by the way we know Puppey, he might go for something that supports his team. Maybe an Urn or something, Arrow on the bottom lane. Only a level 3. He needs one more, a little bit more EXP to get on level 4 actually. But he's very cautious, and he has to be. Actually, I don't know if he has to be because he does have that blink, but again, Venomancer slow, just so powerful. Even on level 1, a big, massive Eidolons. They will get like 2 or 3 attacks in each. That's a bunch of damage. Middle, top tier 1 tower from Na'Vi now dropping to below half HP. Light of Heaven has to get out. He can't stand in the March of the Machines. Siege Creep now also gets taken out. So Fnatic applying some good pressure. Oh, Puppey in big trouble. He got disrupted, got soul catchered up, and Boss, we got Trixie again gets that last hit on Puppey. So they're not afraid to go into the enemy jungle and deprive that Nature's Prophet of some farm. That will put him back even further. But he did actually buy up that Gloves of Haste. A Shackle from Dendy doesn't latch, surprisingly enough. He's usually really adept at lending these. Era actually offensively blinking in. Slow goes out on Dendy as well. He has the Wind Run, holds it. Turns it out and hits. Blink goes out. Here's Nier as well as the Blonde. Here we go, guys. Na'Vi going up against FnaticRC here in their own woods. Actually, Trix is going to take a fall right now, and the rest of Fnatic has to back out. Here's Puppey, revived and also TP'd in. There's an invisibility rune. Puppey will snag that one away. Actually, doesn't have to because No-Tail already rang the other way. Shackle doesn't latch. Looks in big trouble, man. Threw out a soul catch before he went down himself. Double kill him up on Lone Druid. So Na'Vi getting themselves back into this game slowly but surely. Windrunner ball, that Invis rune, using it immediately, transitioning into the middle lane. He is Era. Level 1 on Blink, 2 levels on Scream of Pain. So he will try to make the most of this little free room, or perceived free room, he has in the middle here. Era eating a bunch of damage from that nuke, blinking himself back now. Trixie also TPing himself into the middle lane on that Leshrac. Top lane. It will be Tidehunter going for the pipe by the looks of it, and Hani. There we go, guys. This is what Tinker's all about. If you guys are newer to Dota, get yourself BOTs on Tinker, man. That rearm will make you a threat. Just TP onto a lane, push it out, farm those creeps, rearm, TP back, heal up, get that mana back, and repeat. 1.2k gold up on Enigma. It appears I would think that he will actually go for a mech, supported by the fact that he has 2 Ironwood branches, which he will need for that headdress as well as that buckler. And Na'Vi, Light of Heaven, doing very well actually on the top lane. 40 lasts on him, soloing that long lane. Very great job by that guy. Dandy will be going for that phase boots. Magic Wand recipes there just to free up some space, occupied by those 3 Ironwood branches. Blink goes out as well, so Light of Heaven is camping that top rune spot. Warding also very nice from the Dire side. Very central warding, as you can see on the minimap. Now Light of Heaven guarding this rune with his life. And Trixie tried to destroy the rune, but Light of Heaven, quick enough on his fingers, had his mouse cursor right above that little rune, and now he comes moving in from FnaticRC on the top lane. Fly has his Eidolons up, wave is coming in, no support from Na'Vi is present. Will this tier 1 tower drop? It appears so. Na'Vi not doing anything to defend this, not even using their glyph, which is the right decision. I see this pop so often, man. It's like, I don't know, 3 heroes are dead and your tier 2 mid is down to like 100 HP, and all 5 come attack the tower, and all of a sudden like some idiot on your team uses, oh, Shackle doesn't latch, some idiot on your team uses the glyph, and you're like, oh, facepalm. At any rate, Nier has been doing a really nice job supporting. Hasn't got a single lasted, but yeah, all the more lasted now on that lone druid. Actually, just 60 lasted. Oh, actually, that's still fine. Let's see what he's going to go for. It appears that he might actually go for that Radiance on a bear. He's already sitting at 3.1k gold. Middle lane TP coming in. 3 heroes from FnaticRC are now here. Tinker, rockets fly. What's the level on it? 3. 1 on laser. So actually, he did most certainly try to go for that laser for that increased miss chance to maybe mess up some last hitting. Or put that onto the damage dealer in team fights. Bear now coming around from the backside, scouting out Era. He's on 11 lasts by now, so he's been kept at bay very, very nicely. He's down. He's only on level 5 just now, at 11 minutes in. And it's been a really tame game so far. Actually, 2 support heroes from Fnatic now smoked up. Will try to find themselves a hero. They find Nier. Is disruption. There it is. Soul catch up immediately. Trixie, time your stun. There it goes. Hits on Nier. He eats so much damage, and actually, Leshrac gets the last. It looked like Era got it actually, but apparently it was Leshrac. Just so much damage. Soul Catcher is such a great skill. Level 4, increasing damage by 40%. It's an insane amount. And we'll see if Puppy will go for that Hand of Midas now. The assumption lies near, just because he did go for those gloves. Maybe it was just a thing that he was able to purchase at the very last moment. Let's see what he does. Ping goes out on the bottom lane. I'll keep my eyes on the minimap there as well. Hand of Midas now grabbed up by Puppy. At 12 minutes in, a little late. Light of Heaven has his ultimate up. Mana boots up on him as well. He will be going for that hood. Disruption out on him as well. Let's see what's going to happen. He actually fly. Pings go out from Dandy. He says, guys, let's do this. I'm coming from up here. Let's kill this guy. And 3 heroes here. This is 1 dead fly. He throws a stun out, but he will most certainly drop afterwards. And Lone Druid actually gets the last hit. Fnatic not even attempting to help him there, realizing that he is way in over his head. A little bit overextending, or at least backing off into the wrong direction, because Dandy was there. You see some drawing coming out as well from Shadow Demon here. And Hani, though, doing what Tinker is supposed to do. Now TPing back to base, filling up his mana, rearming himself so he can TP right back. Maybe he will go bottom. Yes, he does. Bottom lane needs some attention. Tier 1 is being pressured. Here's Light of Heaven to Blunt as well as Nier. That bear is on level 4, so he does some bonus damage, demolish onto those buildings. But the tower advantage is in the favor of FnaticRC by 1. Look at this army of Traians. Trixie throwing out his nukes right there. Puppy using the Sprout as well. Dandy not able to follow up the shackle because Trixie eating his way out of those trees too fast. Now Trixie throwing out them nukes on the bottom lane. Still Na'Vi trying to create some sort of distraction, but the March of the Machines proving itself to be one of the very strongest anti-push skills out there. Middle lane, Dandy gets slowed. Oh, the Sprout actually misses, and Dandy looks to be a little bit of trouble right now. Gets disrupted. Trixie has a stun ready. There we go. The stun lands. Here's Light of Heaven with a big ravage as well. Dandy. Oh, there was a mech somewhere, but he actually drops. Big black hole from Fly as well. Light of Heaven. Nothing he can do about this. He used a great ultimate, but here is also Era with his ultimate, and down go 3 heroes from Na'Vi. Light of Heaven follows, and also there was the Venomancer with low HP also dropping in the middle of that. Bottom lane again. Here's Hani trying to defend. So Man, Fnatic doing a great job in these team fights. They were there. They could count on their teammates to be there in time. Trixie also doing a great job with his stuns, timing them nicely in combination with No-Tail's setup through this disruption. Middle tower now being pressured, but Puppey is here. He tries to defend this tower with all he can. Disperse that damage from the, what's it called, Edict with his trains, but it's not enough. Too much damage coming out of the Dire right now. Increasing their tower advantage to 2 towers right now. The Blonde, let's see what he's at. Relic is up on his bear, so he needs around 650 more. Above 2.k the gold difference now. Experience is dead even. Items. Enigma has that mech. Who had a mech on? Oh, okay. Dandy actually used his magic wand back then. It looked like he had a mech that kept him alive for a little while there. And Era now truly enjoying himself and his free space. He did do his job on that suicide lane. The tower wasn't pushed. He didn't die. And that is all that you can expect from your long lane solo. Now he's a level 4 Scream. Will use it to farm as fast as he possibly can. 2.2k up on him as well. And Puppey TPing himself to the bottom lane now to defend against Hani, who's already purchased himself a 4 staff. So there you go, man. Quick boots of travel on a Tinker in combination with understanding of the game and skill will make your farm spiral out of control. And this will be a global map presence similar to that of Puppey on the side of the Dire. So we'll have two very global heroes on either side. I would be interested to see if Fnatic will pick up something like I'm sorry, what's it called? This book? Necro book, yeah. Because then you can TP on those units as well, but that's just a little bit of daydreaming. Maybe Era will go for it, because they will also give him some nice HP. And now the tier 1 at the bottom being pressured. We got some drawings coming out from Trixie. He is smoked. We'll try to find an opening here. March of the Machines is out. Rockets fly through. Tier 1 tower on the bottom taking a lot of damage. And now will Fnatic RC actually move in there? No-Tail revealing himself. Ultimate up with Light of Heaven as well. 4 more seconds until his Ravage. Eating so much damage so fast. He drops before he's able to do anything about it. He just tried to back out in peace. But Fnatic not letting him. Now Puppey TPing to the top lane. Realizing that the tier 1 tower on the bottom is most likely lost. Because Fnatic RC is not going to stop at this. Diabolic Edict. Too strong of a pushing skill in combination with those Eidolons as well. Demonic Conversion gonna be used here. Then again though, Nature's Prophet's ultimate really strong at anti-push, but not enough. Tier 1 tower on the bottom lane drops. All outer tier 1 towers down for Na'Vi. Here's Hani. Oh, Puppey looks to be in big trouble. Yeah, down he goes. Nice movement from Tinker, coming around the backside right here, outside of Puppey's vision. Throwing down those March of the Machines, keeping him in there, and then nuking him dead. Dandy has an invisibility room, will spot out Era right now. Pings go out. Keep in mind, Na'Vi is playing with 2 stand-ins. It's going to be a little bit difficult. He's looking for the Shackle. Goes out. Perfectly timed by this really pro player from freaking Ukraine. And now Era has to blink himself out. But the, what's it called? The Radiance is up. The Bear has a high movement speed. 8 seconds. Only a level 1 blink. The Era might very well go down. Micro that Bear, man. Oh, nice 4 staff from Tinker. Saving Era's life. The Bear's continuing the chase, though. And now the blink is up. Era is saved. Middle lane. Anything happening? Not as of yet. So really, really good play from Fnatic. 10-3 the kill score. Gold advantage above 2.5k in favor of the Dire right now. Item progression, Tinker going at it. He might very well go for his Sheepstick really soon. Enigma again has that mech up. No mechanism up yet on Na'Vi. Puppey's going for that. Let's see how far he's off of that one. 330 gold, so still a little bit of farm to do right there. That Midas a little bit late. And now top lane, actually Trixie as well as No-Tail trying to find themselves Puppey, and he's in trouble, man. Soul Care's up on him as well, and the stun actually gets a last hit mega kill streak on this stand-in Trixie. And Fnatic must be very impressed by this guy, man. Standing in, they must be thankful for him lending their services to Fnatic, being left by Nova. And tier 1 tower in the middle lane now going down, but here's Fnatic again. Not moving in just yet. 11-3 the kill score. Oh, the bottom tier 1 also went down, so 2 towers down for Fnatic, 3 towers down for Na'Vi. See how this here goes at the moment. Fly needs a blink dagger, and after that he will quickly need to go for a BKB, because that Shackle will be dedicated to him right there. Air on the top lane. Actually grabbed himself up some Null Talisman as well as some Power Treads, so he does want to just get some more stats. He needs to get himself back to this game in terms of his item progression. He did a great job in the early game by not dying and keeping that tower alive as long as he could. And now he's using the free space he has to get that gold in. Now already up to 39 last hits, and he needs to continue doing this. He needs to be able to, basically carry his team in combination with that Tinker. He needs to be able to output a lot of damage, and magical damage isn't going to cut it for forever, because we have Light of Heaven on its way to that pipe. So after the pipe is up, the magical damage from Fnatic's lineup will be diminished severely, and that is when the DPS will have to come out of, well, Queen of Pain basically. Soulcatcher also helps out there, but when there's 5 heroes, Soulcatcher will only affect 1, if at all. And again, March of the Machines proving itself to be one of the most nuisant spells out there when it comes to anti-pushing. Hani! Oh man, TPing out just in time. Those stuns were there to cancel it out, and now the Blonde moving in, diving that tower with his bear and the Radiance. They're trying to make the most out of this new item, respawning the bear right now before it goes down. Nicely done right there. It's Creep skipping the wave as well, and now a nice move in from Dendi, although shackling that creep and not the hero, just being like, just kidding man, I'm shackling the creep, not you, you idiot. And now the tier 1 top is being pressured by Na'Vi with 3 stand-ins. We'll see how it goes. Era is here, ultimate is up, Scream of Pain is also up. Level 4, Fnatic moving in, Trixie leading the charge. Ah, they were just kidding, man. Tier 1 drops. 3 for 3 the tower score, Na'Vi evening up the tower score. We'll see in a minute how this reflects in the gold graph. Poet of Defiance up on Tidehunter. We'll see how the items of the other guys are looking at the moment. Alright, Flat's gonna go right for a BKB, so he doesn't care about a blink, man. He just wants to activate that BKB. Be all like, guys, that's right. I'm Magic Immune and I'm coming into Black Hole, y'all. Looking good. Drums up on Leshrac, so it gives him a good stats bonus as well as some extra fighting capability to himself as well as his team when he activates that one. Very favored in the Chinese team as well. It appears that Leshrac will also go for that BKB. He wants to be able to run around those team fights and just basically, you know, frolic about and deal some magical damage. Now Dendi has that 4-staff. Mech up on Puppy. So, yeah. Never underestimate Na'Vi, man. Never underestimate them. But at the moment, Fnatic doing a great job against this team. Let's take the gold. Sharply spiking up again in favor of Na'Vi. That is basically the temporary advantage that Fnatic secured themselves throughout those, via those tower kills. But it's just a relative temporary tower gold advantage. Because as soon as you push them down yourselves, it will be evened out. And it will be come down to last hits. Again, Roshan has not been attempted yet. We are crossing this magical 20-minute mark. This is usually the time when both teams are thinking about making something happen. Ping goes out from Dendi. No wards up actually, so they are utilizing the Venomancer wards to give some vision. Dendi just kind of letting Nier know what he wants him to do. He grabbed himself up some bracers, but only still sitting at 870 HP. And Hani has been doing a great job on this Tinker. Mystic Staff's up on him already. He will be looking toward, most likely, that Sheep Stick. So he can just take one hero out of that game, TPing himself back to base again. And it's gonna rinse and repeat right after. Now, Fnatic preparing the Roshan pit. Ward is up. So is the counter ward. Moving into the pit. Na'Vi have nothing but experience that will tell them about this Roshan attempt right now. Here we go, Fnatic. Shortly off the 22-minute mark, going into the Roshan pit. Hani's also here, using that March of the Machines. No vision whatsoever from Na'Vi, but now the heroes are missing for long enough from the minimap that everyone should be screaming Roshan within that TeamSpeak or Skype or whatever the heck they're using. Ping goes out right now from Dablan, and there appears to be no challenge, man. Double damage rune even used from Leshrac. 1/3 HP is what Roshan's at the moment. Now the movement's coming from Na'Vi, maybe a little bit too late. But they're just hanging around. They're not actually challenging Roshan right now. I presume that they know. They must know. There was that power shot from Dendi, scouting it out, and Leshrac getting himself that Aegis. We'll see what's going to happen right now. Is there going to be a team fight erupting after this, or is there going to be a team fight erupting when one team attempts to do the push? It appears to be the latter, guys. Now a ward coming up from Venomancer. 400 gold more is what Tidehunter needs to have that pipe completed. That might be what Na'Vi's waiting for. That is when they will hit their individual peak. Level 2 ultimate on Tide. Well, just level 1 ultimate on Venomancer, but he's been on support duty, so that's nothing to be bothered by. Mech up on Puppy with a level 2 ultimate as well. Hani now getting spotted out by the Treants, and Puppy realizes he's in big trouble. No sheep stick up on him right now, but he does have those rockets. The laser actually being cancelled. He has to rearm if he wants to make sure that he gets out of here. And no disruption or no stun is what I'm looking for to keep Puppy from TPing away. Dendi now moving in as well into the top lane. Nothing going to happen here as of now. And yeah, nice movement here from Puppy as well. He would have died if he didn't do exactly what he did there. Abuse the fog and TP out, and now Fly gets caught up by Dendi, and the bear just hammering away. Look at the damage being output right there, and even getting entangled right there. Down goes Enigma before he's able to throw out his ultimate, and that's also the mech gone for the team fights. This might be a chance that Navi's been looking for. Drawing's going out on the minimap as well. Maybe basically outlining the area, which is important when pressuring the tier 2 tower, which is this one right there, because this is where the movement can come in. Sneaky movement also here from Era. He will be able to backstab this. Only level 1 ultimate up on him though. March the machines now. Here's the second one. Mech used by Puppy. He wants in there. He wants to do this, but here's Fnatic meeting Na'Vi further south. Trixie has that mech and might say goodbye to it right about now. Light of Heaven is going to wait for that Aegis to be back up, and he might use the ultimate afterwards. Disruption out on Light of Heaven, throwing out the ultimate only on one hero because they have BKB, but a good entangle also on Leshrac. Ultimate flies through from Era as well. Let's see how this here goes. Pipe is also used, Mech also used, but he did that for his creeps, not for his teammates, but still it's enough. Na'Vi not losing a single hero, and actually Leshrac surviving through this? Wow, was it a buyback? No, just Enigma died, wow. And the loss of the Aegis there for Leshrac, and just surviving by the skin of his teeth. BKB, he had to use that one also. That was a big charge for 10 seconds. It's all gonna go downhill from here, guys. In about 20 minutes, you will have to think about rebuying that one. Force staff used by Dendi. Wow, even getting himself out of range of the rockets, or out of vision rather. Blink Dagger up on Dendi? Are you kidding me, guys? Force staff and Blink Dagger? What the hell, man? This is your Invoker build, I thought, man. This is Windrunner you're playing. Puppy. Maybe you are still have a normal skill build. He looks to be going for that Necro book, actually, unless he's going to go for a Dagon, which would be really insane. Again, pipe up on that Light of Heaven. Let's check the gold. Relatively even at this for 25 minutes in. Experience graph spiking toward the Dire at the moment. Came back down a little bit toward Na'Vi because of that one catch in that Enigma. Item progression, let's check that one out as well, guys. BKB on Leshrac, as we saw right there, 9 seconds up on that one. Oh, Hani, how much more does he need? He has his Hex completed, guys. Hex completed, let's see what he can make out of this. And Dendi has a Blink Dagger as well as a Force Staff. Let's see what he can make out of that. Top lane, Hani is still doing his thing. He's doing a very good job, man. On that Tinker. Warding now also being done by Fnatic, realizing that they have to do something. Take some map control, guys. This is what Dota is all about. Take map control. If you push down a tower and you can continue, then do so and play some wards while you're at it. And if you see someone wandering out too far from his team, too far from his base all by himself, then smoke up, go there and kill him. Claim that map, guys. And now Na'Vi rotating toward the bottom lane. Oh, there's an Assault Cuirass being attempted by the Spirit Bear as well, or rather the Lone Druid. Now, oh, look at him, he's so fast, that bear, with that phase boots. But Fnatic not stopping, man! Trixie being force-staffed in, using his BKB, his stun as well, throwing out everything he's got. Light of Heaven has to use that pipe as well. Teamfight erupting like crazy. The bear is here as well, eating a bunch of damage. Drops, though. Recast right now by the Blunt, but he did take that bonus damage. No hero dead just yet. Will Fnatic back off, or will they continue? Trixie actually TPing right now into the middle tier 2. So, push successfully defended by Na'Vi. Top tower... Tier 2, that is, was pressured by Puppy, forcing out some TPs there as well. He might be in danger. Here's Hani. He has a Force Staff and a Hex is complete as well. Puppy's going to drop. Oh, he's rearming actually. Puppy, will you be able to get out in time? Oh man, Force Staff again from Hani and the rocket. We'll get the last hit. Puppy goes down. Linger around there a little bit too long. Want to get some last hits. Dendi has a regen rune. Still up against 3 heroes here from Fnatic's side. But he can Force Staff and then blink as well, so... 2 offensive wards in the Radiant jungle placed by Fnatic. 2 central wards placed by the Radiant. Roshan has dropped. We'll be back in around 5 minutes. No tail. Looking relatively poor. Let's check this out one more time. Pipe on either team now completed. No, I'm talking BS right there, guys. It's just Light of Heaven with that pipe. Mech again up. And beside from that Scythe of Vice, not even sure if anything else happened beside that point booster on the Queen of Pain. And again, relatively tame game. 16 kills at 27 minutes in. But man, Fnatic is doing a really good job against Na'Vi at the moment, guys. Have to give it to him. Props, guys. Please continue improving, because you do have potential. I heard that. At least that is a general consensus at the moment. Don't mind the Flamers. There's Flamers in every community, guys. Don't mind them. And I know you guys also know that you have the skills, so why am I even telling you guys this? Tier 2 bottom lane, blinking from Dendi. Shackle doesn't lash on. No Tail is here. So is Hani. Ravage from Light of Heaven, only catching No Tail, though. They have to capitalize on it right now, but defensive disruption used as well. And here's Trixie using everything he's got. Also, the BKB 8-second duration is going to wear off right now. He's not outputting enough damage. His team is not there to help him out. He's now being sprouted down to half HP. Puppy force-staffed out as well. Mech is used from Fnatic. Now blinking from Era as well. He has ultimate as well as a Scream Up. Dendi splitting up, making them make a decision who to chase. Nier also running away. Puppy goes down. Ultimate used as well for Fnatic. Era, and only hitting that one hero actually. Not quite big enough, the AoE. And Nier trying to abuse the Fog of War to TP out in time. And He actually drops. Shrek gets the DPS needed to get him down before he actually channels that TP through. And even that pipe, not quite enough. Good job. Reconnect now from Syndran. The epicness of the teamfight, just throwing him out of the game, man. Oh, Durka, shout out to you, man. If you're watching this right now, I could have really used your help. Oh, man. Need a co-caster. Dendi again. Blink Dagger, Force Staff. You crazy, son? And now Leshrac grabbing up that Haste Rune. It appears that now Fnatic are trying to get themselves that map control. Hani TPing back again. But here comes a shackle from Dendi. Really nicely done. Stacking him to that creep. Even focus fire used. And he's getting sprouted as well. What's it called? No, it's Entangle. And Lone Druid gets that last hit. Down goes Tinker. Is that the first death of him? It is the first death, yeah. He was doing a very good job up to now. Tier 2 tower in the mid also dropping. So they lose a tower top, but they lose a hero top, but get a tower. They lose a hero top and get a tower mid. That's what I was going to say. Bottom lane again. Trixie chasing after Puppey. He hasn't had the best game of his life right now. Force up on him with that mech as well. Oh, Sprout! Trixie cancelling his stun as well. Oh man, you would have totally hit him. But I guess that's how it goes. I do that with my Leshrac as well. Era is here, slow up on Puppey. He thought he was safe, but here comes a Scream. He has to get himself into range. One more second, and he doesn't have a stun to disrupt him right there. So Fnatic Era, not even caring. Yeah, I do that with Leshrac a lot, guys. He has such a long casting animation, so I always think that I'm going to miss my stun. So I like fake it, and I assume that my enemy is good and tries to dodge it. But it never works. I always miss it. Everyone flames me for it. Now Dendi here in a position. Force Staff as well as Blink. Make some use of this, man. Ah, Blink out from Era. Only 5 kills for Na'Vi at the moment. Gevast is currently on vacation or something, and Arzard maybe also busy with whatever. Javelin bought up by Lone Druid right now, so he's gonna go for a Basher actually. So that means his bear has that Cuirass completed? No? What is the chicken coming up? No, just a Javelin on the bear. Not finishing the Cuirass right now. Puppey again! Bottom lane, but getting caught out. But Hani, a little bit cautious now right now, and he has a good right to because Nier is here. Trying to beef up a little bit. He's going to TP himself back, I think. Throwing out the rockets even. Maybe overextending? Is there going to be movement coming in from Na'Vi? No, not just yet. What is he doing? Okay. So up to now, it's a relatively tame game. 30 minutes in. Roshan should be up any second. 1 more minute and Roshan will be up. Drawing camera on the minimap as well from No Tail on that Shadow Demon. Marking the region that they should be worrying about right now. One thing that I've been noticing is that the Ancients haven't been utilized that much in this game. As I say that, this one's taken care of, so yeah. Maybe it's because of the new look of this Ancient Big Thunder Lizard. Too scary. Bottom lane again, Era. What's he gonna go for? Ultimate Orb and Point Booster? Alright, dog. Maybe it's went for the Point Booster just for the additional HP and mana points, and now we'll go to a Sheep Stick. But now that I guessed, I might very well be wrong. Era again, pressuring with Trixie. Will they have the balls to stand? They don't, and it's the right decision from them because there's 3 heroes from Na'Vi here again. Light of Heaven, 2k gold up on him. What is he going to go for next? I'm not too sure. Maybe a Blink. Puppey, 1.9k up on him. He might need to go for a Sheepstick really soon right here. Dendi getting himself into a safe position to TP out. All of Fnatic heroes, except for Trixie, are actually on the top lane right now. Trixie's BKB is down to 7 seconds, finds himself a regen rune right now. He's thankful for this. Roshan will be up in about 5 seconds. And there he is, Fnatic. Did you time it? Come on. At least your stand-in did, by the looks of it. Treants scouted out. Na'Vi might be assuming that they're actually in the pit right now. No, they actually see some heroes on the top here. Hani is there again. Gotta grab a drink because my voice is leaving me. Again, guys, I appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope that Toby will have his Steam fixed as soon as possible. Please check out epiccommentary.com as well. I will upload all my VODs on my Facebook, on my YouTube rather. Please check out epiccommentary.com, support me there, follow me on Owned, and subscribe to my YouTube. If you have any feedback, please email me. Tower trade happening in the meantime. Top and bottom tier 2s being exchanged. And here we go. Oh, actually, No Tail dropping on the bottom lane. I didn't see that. Good Sprout, good combination of whatever that Na'Vi is using and getting himself that kill right there. Now the ping goes out to Roshan. Na'Vi now realizing that they will need some sort of extra insurance to take that high ground. I don't even know if they will, after they get the Roshan, continue for the high ground or heal up and farm or go for those tier 2 towers before they continue. At any rate, though, Fnatic should definitely challenge this. They shouldn't give away Roshan just like this. Trixie moving in, and Roshan is dead. Stun goes out. And Lone Druid picks up that Aegis. So let's quickly check the gold difference. Even. EXP in favor of the Dire, but generally almost even. Oh, Danny gonna go for an Oblivion Staff. I like that. Rather Orchid. Venomancer, get that Medallion of Courage. 2 BKBs up on the Dire side right now. Enigma has one as well, so he's gonna be doing his boss thing right now. And now it appears that there will be 2 Sheepsticks attempted by the Dire side as well. Ping goes up from Light of Heaven onto that Illusion Rune. He doesn't want to pick it up himself. Trixie might have spotted out that Tidehunter right now. Puppy also in the vicinity right now. 1.7k gold up on him. We'll see how that goes. Man, Era, 2.93k gold right now. And that really odd item combination. Force Staff also attempted by Shadow Demon most likely. Fly, backing out. Illusion from Dendi. Creating some fear. And here comes the drawing on the minimap. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to try to defend, or are they going to try to force their own game onto the enemy? In general, I would say it's better to force your own game onto the enemy, because you will put them into a stressful and pressured position, which will in turn force out mistakes of them sometimes, especially in teams that don't have that much experience in scrims. Obviously Fnatic and Na'Vi are not in that equation, but still happens to pro players as well, that they just under pressure don't make the ideal decisions. Here come the March of the Machines, the rockets are flying out, he's rearming constantly, throwing out everything he's got, but the tier 2 on top falls nonetheless. Too much pushing potential. Era, middle lane, being caught out. Puppy doesn't have a Hex just yet, so he's fine. Can just simply blink himself out. And Na'Vi playing with 2 stand-ins at the moment. Tranquil Boots up on Lone Druid. I like that item actually. It gives some decent armor. That HP buff that he's using right now. And even see some Windrunners on the long lane going for Tranquil Boots, then disassembling, and then going into Phase Boots. Those Tranquil Boots just help you stand on that lane. It's a cheap mana cost. I think it's like 10 or 20 or 25 or something. Let me quickly check. 25. And you can just stand on that lane a little bit longer. And as soon as you transition away from the laning phase, just disassemble them and go for those phase boots. Now another few tactical drawings happening here from Lowtail. He seems to be calling the shots here a little bit. Fly. Full 10-second duration. It appears that both teams are unsure about what to do. Just one tower still standing on either side. That's a tier 2 bottom for Na'Vi, tier 2 middle for Fnatic. Both towers on basically full HP. Of course, the Venomancer wards are going to be making it a lot harder for them to push in, but then again, both teams have great anti-push. Tinker, March of the Machines, all those nukes. And ultimate from Furion, the summons, the Anchor Smash, and the Venom wards, as well as the Power Shot. It kind of makes sense that they are kind of in a stalemate right now. So one mistake can mean a big price. Trixie has been doing a very good job standing in for this team. 3.2k gold up on him. Maybe this is the point in time where they're looking for buybacks as well. 2 BKBs up. 2 Sheepsticks as well. Tinker as well as Zera now got their Sheepsticks completed. Puppy also has his. About time that he got a Disable up. And also the Orchid up. So the next team fight is going to be a big one. And again, guys, I hope that I will be able to keep up, man. Thank you all for tuning in. I highly appreciate it. Again, one more time. I've been doing this for about 5 weeks now only, so please excuse my mistakes. I would also appreciate some critical feedback. Constructive criticism is preferred. If you just want to tell me to go die, then that's fine. I might not just want to follow that request, but if you do want to send me an email with constructive criticism, please do so at epi@epicommentary.com. I will be thankful for every seriously meant criticism on my stream, and I will do my best to keep on improving. And this game so far has been really epic. Only 20 kills happening thus far, but look at these 3 Sheepsticks. Boss Wigga completed his one as well now. So this will be an epic clash, and I would even give the edge to Fnatic right now. All they need to do is basically execute their team fight well. That is what they need to do. Don't sheep like the same person at the same time with 3 Sheepsticks. Light of Heaven, Blink Dagger's up on him. Oh, and Light of Heaven with a Blink Dagger on a Tidehunter is going to be really, really crazy. I remember, actually, Light of Heaven playing a lot of Tidehunter during the days of the International 1, which has been casted by Toby as well as Slash. It was an amazing experience. Na'Vi won that, and the International 2 is promising to be very, very amazing. I'm very curious about what role Toby's going to be playing in that, because obviously he is, at the moment, the leader of the pack when it comes to the coverage of Dota 2. And Valve will most certainly have something very special in mind for that guy. So You guys should make sure over there at Valve that his Steam works. Now smoke up from Fnatic. Here we go, guys. This might be the beginning of a huge clash. It's just near at the moment. Setting up his wall of wards. It appears that they still aren't all too sure what to do. They may be hoping to find some heroes, catch them out in this general area right here, just neutral farming. But all heroes, all players on the team are doing a good job sticking together, not getting caught out, and just continue doing their thing. It appears that both teams are very confident in their ability to win that late game. And oh, Hani has to TP one more time. For some reason cancelled his TP right there. Then again, yes, another cloak picked up, and I would like to see more cloaks now on Navi's side, because all that the Dire has is magical damage. That's all they got, guys. That's everything they have. The DPS output is so insignificant in comparison to this bear, for example, who can live twice. Has his big bear buddy there as well, who's looking really dangerous. With a Skull Bash, Assault Cuirass, Phase Boots, as well as that Radiance and that annoying Orb of Venom. Okay, I think Era will now actually continue where he left off with that Point Booster and finish that into an Ag Stick. Even more magical damage to be output from the Dire side right now. Puppey actually caught up on farm, basically. Scythe complete on him, near. He should use that Bracer right now, use that gold effectively, go for a drum. Oh, light. Oh, bottom lane actually, Puppey being initiated upon eating so much damage, Soul catch up on him as well. The rocket comes in and gets the last hit. This is the explosion we've been waiting for. Now we have a oh man, BKB used by Trixie, but Dandy standing his ground. He's such a fast little chicken, man. Look at him. Boss, we got Trixie. Now switching targets onto Near, and he goes down to a Tinker with laser. Double kill up on him. Trixie gets silenced. Power shot gets the last hit on the very range edge, and man, now a defensive disruption also used, and now Era might go down. He's under the effect of the poison, but he won't drop from that alone, so he might be fine. Actually, now Shadow Demon also goes down to Na'Vi. 2 for 1 the exchange thus far. Rocket's still flying out down here. It was actually Tinker who managed to TP out in time, and now Na'Vi will try to turn things around. Now Fly. Oh, Dagger disabled by that Radiance. There we go. Blink it from Dendy. There's that Blink Dagger being put to use. One of the very rare situations. And also Puppey here. 3 heroes dead from Fnatic. Na'Vi right now. Puppey calling it for some reason. Na'Vi in action, and 1 second later, action begins. Ping also goes out. Now that you want to push, it appears. TP again out now from Near. He did go down. He was a sacrificial lamb, as Toby would say right now. Hani. Bloodstone. Interesting. TPing to the bottom lane to continue defending. Tier 2 on the bottom is also already down. We'll see if they want to take the high ground right now. Maybe just force out some buybacks, if they have any. No buybacks whatsoever. This might be a good choice right now. High ground being attempted. So many marches being spammed out at the moment. Rockets also fly out. Stand in. The Blant now backing out. It appears that Na'Vi don't have in their minds what it takes to take the high ground. Puppey now apparently saying that, no guys, stop. Me farm right now. And 1.5 minutes left until Roshan the Third comes up, and he will be bringing a side dish of cheese, man. Oh, Puppey, rocket, Force Staff, laser, sheep stick. There it is. Rearm also used. Only 1 second. Level 3. Force Staff again. Rocket, laser, sheep stick. Where is it? Right there again being used, and now rocket, Force Staff first. But Puppey, oh man. I got a Hex too, he says, and Venomax actually gets to kill Shadow Demon in the meantime. So Shadow Demon drops, and Tinker not able to get the kill on Puppey on the top lane. I think he should have been able to, actually. He just didn't keep the Chain Hex done. Now he barely has mana to TP back to base. I think he should have totally gotten the kill. Actually, the TP is being cancelled by Dendy. Oh man, this Oblivion Staff also doing his work. Actually, no, it's called Orchid. And Power Shot doesn't give vision of the correct area, and Dendy, even with a double damage, was now backing up because he assumes that support would be there. Actually, he's going towards the bottom lane where the fight's happening. Puppey drops. Dendy blinks himself in there, and now BKB used from Trixie defensively just to TP himself out, and he gets out safely. So 1 for 1 exchange is what it ends up being. Prophet dies, has money for buyback, doesn't have to use it just yet though. Prophet, one of the few heroes who's able to. Oh, Dendy. Prophet, as I said, one of the few heroes who's able to make much use of this. And now Sheep up on Dandy. He's out of range of his allies. He might very well go down right now. Chain hacks again. And down he goes, killing spree up on Hani. He's been doing a good job thus far. Maybe not perfectly chain hexing, or maybe I don't know. But all in all, just a really good initiation right there. Seeing Dandy out of position and just not wasting any time. Going in there, force-staffing himself up behind him, Sheep sticking him, and taking the fight to Na'Vi right now. Aghanim stepped on up on Queen of Pain as well. 18 to 10 in the kill score in this game right now. Let's check the items. Anything big new? Again, 3 Sheepstick on the dire side, 2 BKBs on the dire side. Valve, please fix this here with the 10-second duration. It's not 10-second duration, it's actually... Oh, 10-second duration on Enigma, and a 5-second duration on Leshrac. So actually Enigma rebuying his BKB back to 10 seconds, but Trixie is down to 5. Now Roshan being attempted. He has that cheese. Na'Vi is not going to challenge. This is going to be a gigantic advantage to Fnatic. Let's check the gold in favor of the Radiant right now, but this is going to give them the edge that they might need. Or this might give them the edge that they very well need. Cheese on Trixie. Aegis up on Tinker. Near 1.8k up on him. He might be saving for something, maybe a buyback. But all in all, Light of Heaven said it, Na'Vi in action. This is not looking like Na'Vi, and this must be due to the fact that they are playing with 2 stand-ins who don't quite sync up with them just yet, which is understandable because they don't play together for that often. And now 2 heroes from Na'Vi might get caught out. 3 heroes from Fnatic are here. He has to use his BKB again. BKB up on Lone Root, by the way, guys. Near being chain stunned here again, or being hexed, and a great black hole. 2 heroes as well. Era on the side of players being sheeped as well. Will there be enough damage? Actually, he makes it out in time, just in the nick of time. Tries to TP himself out. Now No Tail. Wow, getting entangled right away. 2 heroes dead now for Fnatic. Let's see where the fight continues. Na'Vi will now transition this right into a push. 2 heroes dead again for Fnatic. Is there any buybacks? No and no. 3 heroes will have to defend. They have the March with the machines, they have the magical damage, they have the ultimate up on Co-op as well. Ultimate down on Light of Heaven, but he's actually blinking in offensively. The Bear's following up, so are the stand-ins. Dandy's also there with his wind run, just running around being all like, hello guys. He's going for some DPS with that Demon Edge as well. That Orchid has been doing some magic. Oh, now it starts up on Era. Shackle doesn't last though, but here's a Hex as well as a Sprout. Is that going to be the damage that they need for staff on Era? And he again makes it out barely, but Trixie will let his life for it. Did he have that cheese ready? No, he had used it already. 3 heroes now dead for Fnatic, and Na'Vi apparently backing off. Bottom lane is pushing in, and they don't take the high ground just yet. All outer towers are gone, except for that tier 2 bottom for Na'Vi. And we are entering the late game, guys. 46 minutes. And this is going to be more traditional Dota. If you think back to Dota 1, it's going to come down to big team fights and favorable positions. Win those team fights and then go into the high ground to take some racks. And actually Light of Heaven will go for something mystically. Maybe a Shiva's Guard. Or also a Hex, who knows, man. But Dandy most definitely going to go for that damage. He does need it. Already outputting a crap load of that. Gold now heavily spiking up toward Na'Vi's favor, mainly due to the fact that they are putting the pressure onto the enemies, depriving them of farm because they have to worry about defending the whole time. What do we have now? 2.5k EXP in favor of the Radiant as well. Not that much if you consider what time it is in the game. 47 minutes in. Gem of True set up on Nier right now. Venomancer with a gem is just so annoying to deal with. And let's see if I'm missing any big other items. Not at the moment. Leshrac's gonna go for a Kuiras or more likely a Shiva's Guard. And now it's all going to come down to map control. There are surprisingly enough no wards up on the map except for these Venomancer wards. And that's a big advantage that Venomancer brings to your team. One is that Venomancer is a very, very tough hero to catch out because he can simply give himself vision anywhere he wants to go. So basically when you go into an area, like he does right there, if he would have moved down this way, he would place a ward right there and then check out the area right here with that vision, then continue moving, place another ward, check out that vision. And that is why a Gem of True Sight on a capable Venomancer player is very, very hard to deal with. And Puppy now also going for some damage. Now Na'Vi going with their item progression, adapting themselves onto this stage of the game, which means you have to be able to take those team fights and take out heroes as fast as you can. Even the Heaven's Halberd now purchased by Lone Drew